We are about to do the first set of qualifying. And the first guy to come out is going to be this man right here, Rob Nell, in the high roller. Rob Nell out of Paxton, Illinois. A Tom Mintz protege and Tom Mintz's cousin. He will be staging in the left lane, I think it is. Yes, the left lane. Go over a roller, then go over the set of crush cars. High roller is about to start his run in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 6.15 for high roller. Whereas Rob Nell certainly going to be probably going to be at the upper part of the bracket. Next up will be George Bellhan in the Mohawk Warrior. Like I said, the qualifying is pretty important. First, we have to set the field for each of these guys. This will help us set up the brackets. As George Bellhan in Mohawk Warrior takes the right lane. He stays ready to go. Oh, he made a power wheelie off of that. Not a very good run. 7.37 seconds for the Mohawk Warrior. That is not going to be a very good time. .37. Okay, next up will be Screamin' Demon, done by Gary Bauer out of Vienna, Ohio. That is a Ford. Underpowered. It's about 1,100 horsepower with a 468 cubic inch Ford engine. They'll be taking the left lane. Bauer, stage, get ready to go. Yeah, that's going to be the slow. Yeah, because he's a little underpowered, that's going to be the slowest time right there. 8.94 for the Demon. .94 seconds. Next up, the big Hemi-powered Dodge out of Florida. J.R. McNeil and Raising Cane. He's pretty serious about winning this championship in M.T.N this year. He was a pretty much a prime contender series in 2015. So he's pretty much set up and is ready to take on the big boys in M.T.N's highest level of competition. J.R. McNeil staging and taking to the right lane. Oh, that's going to be a great time. 5.53. Wow. J.R. McNeil has really set the bar high, as his time is going to be 5.53 seconds. Next up is the Tom Meents protege Phil Foster in Hot Wheels. Coming out next. Foster looking for some points here, looking to accomplish some points here. Get 100 points if you have the fastest time, and this certainly is going to be important for Phil Foster if he wants that top spot to lay down a pretty good time here. .76, close, but not good enough. That will put him second place, though. Foster looking strong, but it's not enough for the top spot. But he's just 2/10 of a second off. Next up is the points leader coming into this event out of Canada, the Cam McQueen in Northern Nightmare. He'll be taking the left lane. So he's staging now, getting ready for his qualifying run. So the good boy out of the rookie out of Canada, looking for the being the big boys once again. The event a month ago was unqualified. He's not going to do it here. 7.63. So not a very good time for Northern Nightmare. The motor died on him at the end of the run. So it cost him 2 seconds. Next up is the truck that started it all. Larry Swim in the original monster truck, Bigfoot. Bigfoot has had Team Bigfoot a little bit disappointed after that defeat they took a month ago in the season opening event. But it's only the season opening event. There are like 19 events this season. And he's determined to defend this check, and Team Bigfoot determined to defend this championship, and it rests all on Larry Swin's shoulders. We'll probably do so. They'll probably have some other drivers with the Bigfoot team later this year. So with that in mind, Bigfoot with mine. Larry Swims, the main driver of Bigfoot now after Van Rucky's retirement. So this is very, very, very crucial for the Bigfoot team. As Logan's pretty quiet over there. So here we go, Bigfoot on his qualifying run. Whoa, 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 whoa. What a fast time. 4.19 for Bigfoot. That is certainly going to be a tough time to beat. As that is our first sub 5-second run. The next competitor is one of the prime contenders to win the championship this year, Dan Patrick. In the section machine, he's determined to attend every event this year. As he stages in the wet place and ready to go here. And off he goes on this run. Is it going to be a good time? Yes. Yes, 5.09. That is the second fastest time so far tonight out of this first lineup of trucks. Lupe Souza and El Toro Loco up next. He stages in the right lane. The crazy boy out of Texas. Ready to play hardball with these guys. So here we go. Oh my goodness gracious. He landed off the car. He exited the cars and he loses a wheel. Not a very good night for the El Toro Loco machine. If they can get that fixed, they may be done for the day. They may be done for the night. A DNQ for Lupe Souza and El Toro Loco. So dang. Next up is the man who might be determined, who is determined to play hardball with these guys. Guys, he is fourth in the points, I believe. I'm not sure. You'll have to take a look at that. But he is pretty, but after the defeat last month, he is pretty much settled far back in the points as he stages in the left lane. The Grave Digger, the clone Grave Digger, staged and ready to go. .35. That is not a very, very bad time for Dennis Anderson in the Grave Digger. Right behind Bigfoot. That's their second 5-second run. Next up is the only leaf sprung entry in this event. Steve Hess in Nightmare out of Columbia City, Indiana. 1990 GMC, 510 cubic inch blown Chevy engine. He doesn't run the hydraulic high dollar shocks. He runs leaf springs with normal shock absorbers. And the bounce on coming off the set of cars might tell the story of that right here. Here, let's see. Off the roller, he looks pretty leveled up, me Logan. But coming across the set of cars, that's going to cost him right there. Truck is so heavy, it's going to pay dividends to that 14.29. For the Nightmare for Steve Hess in Nightmare. Next up will be Wild Hair out of Washington, Missouri. That is driven by Jason Whitty. Whitty looking for some points for the Wild Hair name, along with Bob Breen, who will also be driving Wild Hair this season for some events. And Whitty decided to take a hip win, so we'll see how this turns out. .13 for the Wild Hair and Jason Whitty. So not a very bad run. As we get that written down. Next up, Gary Porter and the Carolina Crusher out of Wadesboro, North Carolina. This man is consistent. He scored a win back in 2014. Defeating a guy by the name of Bigfoot in the final round. So Gary Porter's got a lot of experience with the big boys. We got a timing error. It says 7.62, but Gary Porter run faster than that. But it's on the official side. He will go back to the starting line and run again. So again, to improve his time. So he'll be back to the starting line in the same lane he's in. Again. Yeah, that's more like it. This is going to be his official time now. 5.84 for the Crusher. Next up, Pat Gerber in the shocker. So this might be the one of the hottest young guns on the circuit right now. Pat Gerber in the shocker, a veteran in monster trucks, taking in the left-hand lane. Oh, he's off. Oh, he is way out of shape. Not a pretty run, but I don't know if it was legal. So a penalty has been added to his time anyway. Plus the penalty, his time will be a 9.42. Two more trucks left in the qualifying portion of this particular lineup. Power Ford out of Atlanta, Georgia, driven by Chad Fortune, is up next. This is a guy who is a veteran, but we do not see him on tour all that often. He wants to compete for the championship. Power Ford is back and is competing for the championship this year, we're being told. So expect Power Ford to appear quite frequently. Anyway, we're glad to have this team on board with us. Let's see how he does here. Oh, not a very bad time at all. 5.88 for the Power Ford. So Power Ford with a 5.88. And now is our last competitor, Eldon Depew and Taurus. Now coming into this event, the Taurus team is actually building a new chassis. They're going to debut it. They're going to debut it in the next event, which will be next week. This is the last show for this Taurus truck. They'll be building a brand new one. This old truck is coming out to compete for the final time. This is the last show for this old Taurus truck, for this old red Taurus truck. $6.55 for Eldon Depew and Taurus. Taurus really bent on trying to score a win with it being the final show of this particular chassis of Taurus. So the qualifying for the first lineup is in the history books. We'll return to you once we get set for the first round. Welcome back to the M.T.N. first ever doubleheader for the birthday special. We have got the first lineup for the first round pairings. We got the first round pairings for the first lineup. First, it'll be Bigfoot taking on High Roller, Samson taking on Mohawk Warrior, your Hot Wheels taking on Screaming Demon, Power Forward will be taking on Nightmare. Wild Hair, who qualified 8th, will be taking on El Toro Loco, who's broke, so chances are of that, Wild Hair will probably get a bye run. Carolina Crusher will take on Shocker. Raising King will take on Northern Nightmare, and Grave Digger will take on Taurus. So here we go. I'm gonna need my cell phone for a little while to do qualifying. So qualifying is over with for now. Now until we get to the second lineup. But here we go, the first race of the first round. And Bigfoot obviously going to want that right lane. And High Roller, driven by Rob Nell. Nell's pretty nervous right now because he's drawing the original monster truck. But anyway, let's run them and let's see. Let's find out who the winner is going to be. Oh, Bigfoot taking the win. Win is going to be Larry Swim and Bigfoot moving on into the next round. He did that fast. Bigfoot being the fastest qualifier was not a fluke at all. So Bigfoot will get an extra 100 points added to his total, and that will pretty much push Northern Nightmare back as of right now. As for the loser High Roller, he gets only 50 points added to his total. Like I said, this is a point series, so anyways, our next matchup will be between a Chevrolet and a Cadillac Escalade, both character design trucks. Samson, driven by Dan Patrick, playing a little mind games. He's going to put Mohawk Warrior in the lane that pretty much he probably doesn't want. Samson really wanting to be in that left lane. And let's see if that works for him against George Bellhead and the Mohawk Warrior. With all this racing going on, it looks like, this is pretty much going to be a tight race. No, it's not. Samson. Dan Patrick takes the victory in that square off. Samson is your winner. Square off of the night. So Samson will move on to round 2. Put in round number 2. Now, can Hot Wheels back up his fast time? This is our 5th fastest qualifier. He'll be taking on Screaming Demon. Gary Bauer out of Ohio. Powers is a Ford, but it's Chevy powered. And that's going to be enough. Hot Wheels takes the victory to the quarterfinal round. I wish Logan was right beside me, getting a little insight on this competition so far. Maybe he'll join me in the booth in the quarterfinals coming up a little bit later. This is the first lineup of the night right here. Next up, Power Ford versus Nightmare. And the suspension is pretty much going to tell the difference in this matchup. Georgia going up against an Indiana truck. Off the road, they look pretty equal, don't they? The much lighter truck in the front is going to be a mismatch. It is going to mismatch. Power Ford takes the victory. In that particular square off. The Nightmare only pretty much going to be taking a total of 56 points out of the night. And as always, they could not get El Toro Loco fixed, so Wild Hair is going to pretty much go on a bye run. They get an easy free 100 points. He's just going out just for points. And Jason Whitty's pretty much going to take it easy, and he's going to move on right here in the count. And because El Toro Loco is broke, he will not get any points out of that. Wild Hair moves into that fifth slot for the quarterfinals. Question is, who's he going to be going against? Is he going to be going up against Gary Porter or Pat Gerber? This could be pretty much the battle of the 8 minutes. Oh, Pat Gerber just drilled Gary Porter off the start line. Gary Porter trying to come back. He's running that truck hard. Porter takes the victory. Porter had to run that truck. Who will get the 7th slot now? It'll be Raising Cane or points leader, Northern Nightmare. Lead in the points, but it's really going to tighten up. But he did not get a good qualifying run. What a difference this is going to make when the points shake up. If Nightmare loses this, if Northern Nightmare loses this race, he no longer has the points lead. And he just may keep the points lead. I'm not sure. Call that. I'm not sure. Here's the instant replay. Over the cars. Northern Nightmare gets it. Fast guys win. North. All right, 7 guys have made it to the quarterfinals. Join them. Grave Digger, or will it be Taurus? Grave Digger leading, taking the right lane. He's going to put Taurus in the left lane. Will this be a factor? Light turns green, and something is wrong with Taurus. Smoke coming out of the engine. Taurus has gone dead in the water. Grave Digger will take the win. The entire night of Taurus goes up in smoke. Oh, dear. Here we go, the quarterfinals now. So for quarterfinals, it'll be Bigfoot taking on Samson, Hot Wheels taking on Power Forward, Wild Hair taking on Carolina Crusher, and Northern Nightmare taking on the Grave Digger. So 2 blue trucks, 2 blue competitors. Cars off the track. If Samson can defeat Bigfoot, he can really well set him back. Samson's got nothing to lose. As of right now, Sam Patrick's got nothing to lose. Larry Swim and Bigfoot, he's got a lot of them. So let's see what happens. So let's actually see what happens here. Oh, Dan Patrick's hanging right with him, coming to the line. Oh my goodness gracious. Dan Patrick got him. Patrick got him at the end. Dan Patrick got it. Oh my. This changes everything. Okay, Che. Okay, this would be pronounced. I did announce a double header, but I'm going to pretty much change my plans for my cousin's sake right here because he's coughing his head off. Line up. We're going to end the broadcast, and then tomorrow morning, or should I say later this morning, we are going to go back live to do the second lineup. So after this, we're going to call it after the first lineup, unless he really wants to do both. Both. All right, we're going to do both. So Samson goes into the semifinals, defeating Bigfoot. Wow. Next up, two big Fords, but one Ford's powered by a Chevy motor. Go take it off. Power forward. One of these two enter the semifinal. After qualified fifth, or should I say Hot Wheels qualified fifth. So this could be a matchup of the night right here. Hot Wheels, take it off. Power forward. Off the roller, they look pretty much even. Fortune putting it to the floor. Power forward gonna pick up the victory. Power forward, Chad Fortune out of Atlanta, Georgia, taking the victory away from Hot Wheels. He'll be going to the semifinals. Next up, two big bow tie Chevrolets. Gary Porter and the Carolina Crusher. Definitely one of them. Along with Jason Whitty and Wild Hair. This could be pretty much a battle for the evening right here. Whitty has proven himself against the big boys. Well, this is not going to be an easy game for Whitty now because he's in the previous round. Whitty pretty pushing that truck really hard. Really hard. Here comes Porter trying to come back. Gonna be the veteran who's gonna pull it off. The old man pulls it off. Gary Porter advances into the semifinals. And I'm going to take a drink and take an allergy pill. I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, I should stop sneezing my head off in a few minutes anyway. We just got through with the wild-haired Carolina Crusher matchup. Crusher was the winner of that one. Now, because we're getting tougher into the competition, the losers get 75 points from the second round on, unless it's in the finals. A monster smash. All right, here we go. Our fourth and final quarterfinal matchup. Northern Nightmare, Cam McQueen going up against the old master, Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger. Two very old foes. Digger and Northern Nightmare. The Northern Nightmare maintain his point lead. Oh, a problem for Northern Nightmare. Gravedigger moved and he just sat there. Gravedigger going to go on and pick up the victory. Nightmare's got it refired. He's gonna finish the run, but Northern Nightmare loses in the quarterfinals. We're getting word that it popped out of gear, so Cam McQueen popped the truck out of gear. All right, so our semifinals, we got 3 Chevys and a Ford. We got Dan Patrick in the semifinals. We got Dan Patrick and Sampson. Sampson, prime candidate to win the championship. Got nothing to right now. Got nothing to lose. Going up against power forward, a guy who to compete for the championship this year, but despite the fact we haven't seen them all. Then we got two veterans in the other semifinal. Carolina Crusher, Gary Porter going up against Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger, two guys out of North Carolina. This should be pretty good semifinal races. So then let's get this show on the road with the Chevy versus Ford matchup. So whether Power 4 wins or loses, he has put on a wild and woolly show for us all. And has shown what he can do. He has pretty much put in that team has pretty much put in a great effort for tonight. Dan Patrick and Sampson really trying to get some points this year. He's just about winning this championship. First jump to the front. It is Dan Patrick. He will take the victory here. So Dan Patrick will take the victory. He will be going into the Monster Smash final. All right, we know one will be in the final. The question is, who's he going to be going against? Gravedigger and Carolina Crusher up next. The final, this will be who will Sampson get in the final? We'll get in the Monster Smash final. We're about to find out. Oh, Gravedigger way out of shape. He spun it out. That's going to cost him the race. Gary Porter will take the victory and go into the Monster Smash. Gravedigger trying to get it out in time. Gravedigger will not be in victory lane tonight. We will have a different winner tonight. As we are down to the Monster Smash final in our first lineup. It is Dan Patrick in Sampson going up against Gary Porter and the Carolina Crusher. Two guys who have been at it for a long time. And now they have a shot at winning. Porter get his second victory. Get his first victory in 3 years. We're about to find out. Sampson Carolina Crusher, first event up for the Monster Smash. This will win the final 150 points is decided here, and it's going to be Dan Patrick. Dan Patrick and Sampson will take the victory. Sampson, your champion here tonight. And it was really a night well deserved for Dan Patrick as he takes a victory donut. Dan Patrick and Sampson is your winner in our first lineup for this doubleheader. All right. We are done with one lineup. Sampson, our first winner tonight. Sampson went up against all the big boys, including Bigfoot, and defeated them all. So Sampson, our first winner tonight. We're not done. We got one more lineup coming at you. So this is lineup 2. This is the second lineup of the night. Logan T is going to give them to you, or at least try it. All right. So the first thunder, driven by Wild Hancock. Second truck is Bounty Hunter, driven by Jimmy Creighton. Third truck is NWL, driven by an unknown driver. Fourth truck is Little Tiger, driven by Brian Bartle. Fifth truck is Predator, driven by Alan Pizzo. Sixth truck is Aftershock, driven by Bob Robbins. Seventh truck is Monster Patrol, driven by Paul Schaefer. Eighth truck is King Crunch, driven by Scott Stephens. Prowler, he's driven by Dave. I wanted to say Pedro. Metal Militia, driven by Todd. That's supposed to be Duke. Yeah. Driven by Michael Waters. Equalizer. Driven by David Morris. Somewhat Dalmatian, driven by Phoenix Jolly. Full Bore, driven by Ed Eckert. Sudden Impact, driven by John Hall. Seasock. Bad News Travels Fast, driven by Bruce Hayden. And now we're going to do the qualifying for this lineup. Now this shouldn't take too long, should it? Done within an hour. At least we're going to try to get this lineup done quicker and done within an hour. It's going to take a little while to get the round one pairings, but after that it shouldn't take very long at all. Next is the unknown driver. So our first truck out is going to be the unknown driver of NWO. We don't know who the driver is. We really do not know who the driver is. Could be some dude who goes by the name of Little Bruce for all I know. Anyway, the NWO truck. .04 for the New World Order truck. Next truck is pretty much could be a championship contender, Brian Bartol. And the little tiger out of Coon Rapids, Michigan. Or Coon Rapids, Minnesota, excuse me. Chevrolet. $4.99. Wow. Almost 5 seconds flat. That is going to be a good time for Brian Bartol. Next up, Jimmy Creighton out of Bounty Hunter, the Ford Expedition out of Tonganoxie, Kansas. One of the top independents in the sport. Jimmy Creighton in the Bounty Hunter. Oh my gosh, 1/100th of a second off. Wow, this could be a very fast-paced field tonight. This second lineup could be a very fast-paced field. 1/100th of a second faster. Next up is one of the big Fords on the circuit. Sock in sudden impact. He's staging now and taking the right. 5:17. This could be a very, very close field. Not everybody's running too far off right now. Next up is Team Pizzo's here tonight. Alan Pizzo is the Predator. The 1999 Chevy Kitty. You know it as soon as you see it. It's a panther. It's a stalker. It's a predator. Get the fangs hanging out. It's bad. Anyway, predator on a qualified one. 6.04. That's our first over 5 seconds, but it's not too far off. It's far off. I think that would put him in the bottom of the bracket, yes, if this field is going, but it won't be too far off. Next up is a guy who has really improved throughout the years. Yep, Scott Stephens, a King Crunch out of Woodward's, Texas. The great Texas State Flag Cup is ready for action. .63. Wow. Not a good run, but definitely not a bad run. That could put him at the top of the bracket. Bob Robbins in the Aftershock up next. Aftershock is one of those up-and-comers who's really working his way through the ranks on the M.T.N. ladder. This is the first time he's been on tour with us for a while. He was on tour with us in the Thunder Drag series in 2015. Wow, that's our first sub 5. That's pretty much one of the faster sub 5 second runs. That could be the fastest time of the night right there. 4.86. Next up is Lyle Hancock in Blue Thunder. The guy who replaced Tony Farrell was hit by a drunk killed 2 years ago. Pretty sad that Tony Farrell passed away. He will forever be missed by the loving fans of the monster truck community. So Lyle Hancock piloting the Blue Thunder, the built Ford tough Blue Thunder. Whoa, he made a wheelie across the cars. This is gonna be whoa. 5:03. Man, this is a very fast. This is a very, very close field right now. Wow. Candace Jolly up next in the Monster Mutt Dalmatian. My voice is getting wore out. Anyway, she's on her run. This is our only female in the field, I think. Only female entry into the event. Oh man, she did not take off when the clock started. That's going to cost her some time, and it's going to reflect, and her time's going to reflect on that. 7.26 will be her official time. Next up is one of the men who is excellent and more known for freestyle, but is an excellent racer as well. He's a two-time champion in the Thunder Nationals. Runs on Dodge Dirt Shows indoors. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Michael Bodker and Black Stallion. This guy knows how to get his job done. Oh man, he pulled a lot of power off that thing. And coming to the across the cars, and it's gonna be six, and it's gonna be the 696 for Michael Viders and Black Stallion. Next up is one of the first trucks to ever win a monster truck racing championship. David Boris in the Equalizer. He was pretty serious about winning this championship as well. Okay. Wanting to get a lot of points. $4.70 for the Equalizer. That could pay in dividends later tonight. Next up is Alan Pizzo's cousin and teammate Dave Pizzo and Flower. He's going to take the right lane, unlike his cousin. Anyway, here we go for Dave Pizzo. $5.58 for Dave Pizzo and Prowler. That could reflect on something later tonight. Paul Schaefer and Monster Patrol up next. Paul Schaefer, really competitive. Paul Schaefer, one of those trucks who's really gotten more competitive throughout more he's competed. This is the newest Monster Patrol truck he has. It's relatively new. He's still trying to get the work bugs worked out of the truck. Oh man, a second off. Tigers time, $5.99. Wow. It's pretty much going to be a good time for the Monster Patrol of Paul Schaefer. All right, here we go. All right, 3 competitors left. Bad news travels fast. From Florida. Up next, Bruce Haley. And bad news travels fast. Another guy we don't see very much on tour with us. And this could be his night. We're not sure. .009. Wow. Ain't that the same time for somebody else who run in qualifying earlier tonight here? In the previous lineup, I believe. That is going to be that could earn him a spot somewhere in the field. Metal Militia with Ty Baduke up next. He's staging, taking the left lane. I can know how to put the pedal to the metal. Wow, man, that's even faster than Bigfoot's time. Wow, man, you're not gonna believe this, guys. 393. He had so much horsepower that he cleared all 8 of the cars and the landing ramp and put in the fastest time of the night. Wow. What was it again? Jeez. 393. Man, everybody's pushing the bar. And now our last competitor for qualifying for the second lineup of the night is Bull Boy. This guy knows how to put on a wildly woolly show. Pretty much more known for freestyle, and we haven't seen. And this is another guy that we really haven't seen all that much. So there's a lot of pressure on him as he runs at M.T.N's highest level. Challenge. Roll over the event a little easy and hitting the cars as hard as he can. It's not a very good time, but he ran the course how he wanted to. And he pretty much will learn from his mistake. 7.65 will be the obvious time. And that will conclude the qualifying for the second lineup of the night. Now we're going to get the qualifying results in, and we'll determine the pairings, and we'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to M.T.N. We got the first round pairings for you now. That'll be Metal Militia up against Sudden Impact. Aftershock up against the number 11 qualifier King Crunch. Number 5 qualifier Little Tiger up against the number 13 qualifier Predator. Number 7 qualifier going up against number 15 Monster Butt Dalmatian. Bad News Travels Fast up against Full Bore. Blue Thunder up against Black Stallion. Bounty Hunter versus Boss Patrol, and Equalizer taking on. This is it, a final racing of the night. Metal Militia taking the right lane in this portion, playing 5 games with Seaside. Seaside, a very good competitor right here. And it's going to be Metal Militia, proving that time was not a fluke. And Metal Militia advancing into the next round. Metal Militia could really stack up a lot of points. Will not be the points leader, but will stack up a lot of points if he wins this particular part of the event. Next up will be Aftershock against King Crunch. The number 3 and 11 qualifiers. He's got it really bad here. And coming around to the finish line will be King Crunch, Scott Stephens, who really used raw horsepower to win that race. Next up will be the Battle of the Cats. Predator taking on Little Tiger. Both of the weights they qualified in, ironically. This could be one of the quickest boxing truck races ever. Oh, Little Tiger takes the victory. Predator didn't show a whole lot of muscle, but Little Tiger sure did. Wow. What a difference this could make with the point shake up. NWO taking the other lane really wants to be one of the top 32 in the points to actually make it in the Holiday Motorsports Spectacular in the first at the end of the year. You'll be going up against the female, whoever the driver is, in the NWO. Oh, Kevin Jolly smokes the NWO off the line. Despite the fact she got one of the slower times in qualifying, she's actually going to win. Candice Jolly just smoked NWO in the first round. Wow. Man. Like the NWO was never there. When she gets more points. Okay. Head after the full board, pick it off. Bad news, travels fast. This is a pretty good Chevrolet versus Ford matchup here. Oh, full bore. Bore is out powering Bruce Haney. And Ed Eckert is going to take the victory right there. Full bore, the slowest qualifier, is going to advance into the next round. Next up is a battle against two big Fords. Lyle Hancock, who had the faster time, will get lane choice. He's going to put in the other lane. Both of them qualified in the right lane, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, whoever wins this advances into the next round. Oh, both of them are hanging out there, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to be Blue Thunder taking the victory. Michael Bonner's tried his hardest. His work just ran out of him tonight. All right. All right, it's 6 races, and we got 2 left. Ford and a Dodge up next. Monster Patrol who died. 2001 Dodge Ram going up against Diddy Creek in the Bounty Hunter. Oh, and problems for the Bounty Hunter. Super Patrol is going to roll on over into the next round here. Man, the transmission on Bounty Hunter exploded off the starting line. Tough break. Paul Schaefer advances into the next round. Lucky guy. Anyway, final race of round number 1. Final race of round number 1. Equalizer, the second fastest qualifier, will go up against Dave Tebow and Prowler. This should be a pretty dandy race. Oh, Prowler's throwing him off the starting line, but here comes David Morris coming back, and it's going to be David Morris in the equalizer taking. Man, half these guys are out of the top 8, are even outside the top 8 coming into the quarterfinals here. So for the quarterfinals, we'll have Metal Militia take on King Crunch, take on Monster Butt Dalmatian. Full Bore going up against Blue Thunder, and Monster Patrol going up against the Equalizer. With this double header, the list of names in the M.T.N point standings is going to grow tremendously. This is going to be what a difference this is going to make when the points shake up later this year. When the points shake up this year. Anyway, we got a race. Anyway, we got a good Chevy versus Ford matchup coming here. Oh, and Metal Militia has problems. 2 races, and they're both out of the same lane. King Crunch takes the victory. However, Metal Militia is still going. We're getting word that Metal Militia probably popped out of gear off the start. So King Crunch, the lucky dog who qualified outside the top 8, actually, is going to go on to the next round. What an unpredictable event this is turning out to be. All right, we got a cat versus a dog. And there's one of the little tigers taking on Monster Butt Dalmatian. We're going to put Monster Butt Dalmatian in the other lane. This should be a pretty close race as we're down to 8 trucks. Now we're about to narrow it down to 4. Oh, they're both off the line at exactly the same time. The line, it's going to be Brian Bartle and the little tiger. Man, Brian Bartle really wants to win tonight. And he probably will get that chance now. And he will go up against King Crunch in the semifinals. Man, these double headers are good. We're probably going to do, like I said, I plan to do 2, so the other one's going to do in July. Anyway, Full Bore versus Blue Thunder up next. This could be the battle of the night right here. Something goes away on Full Bore off half track. That's going to cost a Blue Thunder takes a big win. Man, there's not a whole lot of room to shut down for these guys. Wow. And that was the main complaint about the track coming into this, actually. There wasn't a whole lot of room to shut down. Anyway, Blue Thunder moves on into the next round. Being the semifinals. And the final race of the quarterfinals, that being the Equalizer taking off Monster Patrol. Monster Patrol having a very lucky night. Lucky night so far. Is that Cinderella story about that? And we're about to find out. And something goes away on Equalizer. Paul Schaefer just going to take it easy and go on with the victory. We're getting word that it was not a transmission for Equalizer. It was the remote ignition interrupter, the RII, the kill switch trucks used. It was an RII problem. But Equalizer finishes the run. Done for the night. Anyway, that brings up to our semifinals now. This has been an unpredictable night for the second lineup. In the semifinals, it'll be King Crutch taking on Little Tiger, two Chevrolets. Two Chevrolets, a Ford and a Dodge. The Ford being the Blue Thunder and the Dodge being the Monster Patrol. Little Tiger up next. He's the fastest qualifier. He'll get lane choice against Scott Stephens and King Crutch. Oh, King Crutch drilled Brian Bartle off the starting line, but we know Brian Bartle has a lot of horsepower. And he's going to come back with the win. Man, Brian Bartle is going to the Monster Smash final. Could he score his first victory? We're about to see. All right, Brian Bartle and Little Tiger is in the final round. Who will join it? Will it be Blue Thunder or Monster Patrol? Monster Patrol. Monster Patrol going being a very lucky man right now. Oh, this time he's really showing the horsepower. The Hemi is really kicking in. It's gonna be Monster Patrol by a milestone. Wow. After all these years of trying, I think Paul Schaefer finally got the bugs out of the truck. That truck is running strong right now. He's going to the final, to the Monster Smash final. Little Tiger and Monster Patrol in the Monster Smash final in the second lineup now. Chevy Dodge. Tiger Frankenstein. Who is going to take the victory here tonight? Both are really powerful trucks. Both are really good competitors. Paul Schaefer, Boss Patrol, Brian Bartle, Little Tiger. It's all marble. It is for all the marbles. Here we go. Showtime. Both of them pull the trigger. The line, it's going to be Paul Schaefer. Paul Schaefer gets it. Deserved win for Paul Schaefer and the Monster Patrol. Ryan Bartles is going to have to wait for another night tonight. But tonight was Paul Schaefer's night. He really well deserved this win. Look at him do some donuts. Man. So here you go. Here's your two winners for tonight. Here you go. Here's your two winners for tonight. Paul Schaefer and Monster Patrol. And Dan, Patrick, and Sampson. Anyways, after this very, very good night of racing and over 2.5 hours of non-stop action, that is going to mark the end of a remarkable event in history. A doubleheader. First time ever done in M.T.N history. And what an event it has been. Anyways, this is gonna end the broadcast. If you like this, please let me and Logan Q know. I would like to thank him for letting him do this broadcast on his laptop. I could not have done this without it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video in the next M.T.N broadcast. Night. So Logan Q, I'm Top Todd. Thanks for being with us for this exciting doubleheader and a major milestone in M.T.N history. Good night, everybody.